This is Karita Parks with Bowie Television at the Under Armour Performance Center. The Baltimore Ravens are back from London and they are happy to be home. They opted not to take a bye week, so Sunday they will face the Detroit Lions. Some of the question has been, will they be acclimated back to the time? Will just the adjustment impact their game at all? But we all know that this team is not making any excuses. They are ready to play. The Lions are 5-1, and as Coach Harbaugh said, arguably the best team in the NFC right now. Last time the Lions and the Ravens met, the game was decided on a Justin Tucker 66-yard field goal, so you can expect this to be another slugfest. But the Ravens definitely have respect for the Lions. Lamar Jackson noted that their defense is playing very well. The defense is also number 1 against the rush, and the Ravens are 5th in rushing offense. So this may be the week that Lamar Jackson has to really lean on his wide receivers and get them involved throughout the game. Jadeveon Clowney, he noted that Jared Goff is playing some of his best ball, and he said that this offense is probably the best offense that they've faced so far this season. The Lions may be getting back running back Jahmyr Gibbs, and hopefully on the Ravens side, they'll get back Odafe Oweh. He has been practicing. He was a full participant on Thursday. His game status has not been revealed yet, but he would be a welcome addition back on that defense. So it all comes down to Sunday. Can the Ravens extend their winning streak and win 2 in a row? We will see. Be sure to follow Bowie Television for all your Ravens content. This is Karita Parks.
Isaac joined us with Make-A-Wish. He's just an awesome young guy. Hi, Isaac. See you later, buddy. You see him run that whole 100 yards down there?
Yeah.
Impressive. So, a lot of fun. Guys were locked in. Good practice, and we're pointed towards Sunday. What questions do you have?
John, any reason for the decision? It seemed like more of a walkthrough process today, and what went into the decision to do that?
Just thought the best thing to do was get a good mental sweat, try to really be focused on what we're doing assignment-wise and get ready for Sunday.
Looks like Montgomery's not going to play for them. I think Dan Campbell said Jahmyr Gibbs is going to handle a pretty big load. What have you seen from Gibbs on tape so far?
Well, we watched him in college, obviously, and he's very talented, very elusive, tough, hard running back, and the snaps he's taken so far for the Lions have been the same. So he's very versatile. Do everything they can do in the backfield, lines up as a receiver, a lot of screens, all those things.
John, Terrell Suggs is going to get inducted to the Ring of Honor. What stories can you share of Suggs? And keep in mind you're on a live stream.
Right, exactly. You guys know most of the stories. The fans know the stories because that's the great thing about Terrell Suggs. He kind of an open book. It wasn't anything that he was trying to hide. Who he was who he was. Some of the things he would say to kickers out there would probably be better left unsaid in the public sphere. But he toughened up kickers. I think his whole thing was to make it tough on kickers at practice. I think Tucker could tell you that. He said some pretty funny things, but just he was a guy that I think just enjoyed the game. He enjoyed every part of the game, the physical part of the game, the relationship part of the game, like being the villain, like he would talk about, part of the game. I think he loved being a Raven. So yeah, it's a great honor. Congratulations. It was an honor to coach him, to be a part of his career. It's one of the things I'll cherish the most, looking back on someday.
John, how did Odafe get through practice this week?
He looked good. Yeah, it was good to see him back out there.
John, growing up in Michigan, follow the Lions at all going out when you were there?
Yeah, I wouldn't say we were Michigan fans. You know what I mean? You're more of a, and I grew up a Browns fan. So
That's right.
but kind of a Tigers fan, definitely a Red Wings fan, Pistons fan during the bad boy years for sure. They're not a fan of theirs really anymore. But, my wife still is. She's loyal, not to the Lions.
Yeah.
She's a Ravens fan. And she likes the Oaks.
Any plans for Suggs to speak to the team or impromptu or something else?
I think if he shows up and he's got a word, definitely. We're kind of that way with everybody. And you wouldn't, a legend like that, a guy that understands what it's all about. The guys would love to hear from him. I'd love to hear from him, and that'd be awesome if it works out.
When Dan Campbell, when he was playing, he was kind of, was it Cowboys, Eagles? Did he play special teams? Did you have to?
I don't remember him out there, though. If he was a special teams demon, I definitely would have remembered him. But he was a heck of a tight end.
Yeah.
I know that, and a very physical player. So much respect for Coach Campbell. As a player, of course, but really as a coach. I mean, what he's done as a coach, what he's all about, how he wants his teams to play, very clear cut. And I love the colorful way he explains it and expresses it. I think great coaches have a knack for doing that as well. And he's got those guys playing at a really high level.
Was he as caffeinated back then as he is?
I don't know. I didn't know him as a player. He was never on one of my teams or anything. He's, yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Thanks. All right.
What stands out about him on film?
His effort. He definitely never gives up on the play. Good instincts, and he just seems to be around the ball a lot.
It seems like you're coming off a good game. Do you feel like physically that you're kind of getting back to where you want to be?
Yeah. I definitely feel like I'm getting better, but I'm still nowhere near to my standard of play. But definitely improving it. Definitely gonna take another step this week as well.
What do you think just generally about this Lions defensive front?
I think they're a good front. I think they're well coached. They'll play well. They all have different skill sets, different move menu, and fundamentals really have to show this week.